Hi guys, this is Jamie Lola Tallulah, and I am here to do a tutorial using this brand new tonic die. And you can see it is a Verso die. It is the Daisy and Lace Easel Creator Die Set. Now, the cool thing about this is it creates an easel card, and you could also use it to do a mini book, plus some other things like that. So, this is a brand new tonic release, and here's the die set. On the back, it gives you some instructions on how they decide to put it together. Okay. I am going to, here's the die set. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've cut. It's actually a pretty straightforward process in general. So I'm just going to show you what I've cut. I've also used this for right now for a stopper. So what you have is the outside die. This die here creates the base part of your card. Okay, so this would be the bottom part, and this is the easel part that they have for you. Okay, so you need to cut one of those. This will fit in a 8.5 by 11, so you do need a bigger machine as far as length goes. So you cut one of those out of your base card. Then you'll need to cut an additional piece to make the actual easel part. So all you need to do with that is go ahead and take this die again, and you'll set it on your card, and you're only going to cut just a little bit over. Okay, and then when you're done, trim it back down to here, and there's a score line right there, okay, that you just trim right on. So then that gives you a piece that is just the bottom. Okay, so those are the two basic pieces that you start with. Now from there, you can go and use all the decorative dies to your heart's content. What I've done is taken a piece, and I did the same thing as with this. I cut this out first using the base die. Okay, and then I took the inside layering piece and put it on top and ran it back through the machine, and that gives you this detail. Okay, then I did the same thing with a second layer. So you go back, cut it, use the decorative die piece, and then this time I went down to the next die, which is here, and cut into it. So then you line this up, and it'll cut that center piece out. So when you do it like this, put it there, it gives you this result. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. Okay, then I wanted to do a layer that fits on the inside. So I took another piece. I took another piece of cardstock, okay, or pattern paper, cut the edge. Okay. Then I went down to the next die insert, which is your Verso die, put it around the edge like this, and ran it through the machine, and it gives you this look. So you can see all the little, if I turn it over, you can see it better. So you can see all the lattice work on that side. Okay? And you can do that all the way down, 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 down for the pieces. Then, of course, they give you some extra detail, and you have the centerpiece with the flower, and they give you a couple flower dies, and so you can just go back and put these all in. So it's a very easy cutting, not difficult at all, which is always wonderful. We like easy. I know I like it when it's easy. Then I used this layering die here, and I used the bottom three to cut out 3 pieces of cardstock that match. And then this will end up being the stopper. So let's get started with assembly, because it's pretty easy as well once you get to, you know, get all your layers and so forth cut out. So I have some tape and some glue here. So first thing you're going to do, and the instructions may be different, but it works anyway. So here's the piece that we cut, the base die. Right, I'm going to turn it this way and fold this paper down. There's the score line, just fold that score line. Okay, so this is what you end up with. All right, then you have this piece here. I folded it down. Okay, so then it's going to create this kind of look here. All right, now what you want to do is you want to take your base layer piece, and you can do it two different ways. If you lay it like this, they'll match. And so when you pull it up, it'll stand up and look like that. Can you see that? The way they had it on the design was they had it to look like this. Okay. And it still will work. Okay. But this is what I was talking about in my previous video about extra. So you see how there's this extra stuff there? I don't like the way that looks. So it's up to you. So I'm going to put mine this way. All right. So all you have to do is on this little folded tab here, put some tape. And I'm also going to put some glue so that it sticks. So just put some tape. Just stay down. Boop. There we go. All right. And I'll put some glue on it too, just because it is a smaller area than what normally I would do for a card that's designed like this. So I'm just going to put some glue on it as well. Okay. And I'm using art glitter glue. And now, because of the way I want to put this on, I'm just going to do like this. I'm going to line it up here at the top. And try to line it up at the bottom. Oops. And that's why you want to put some glue over that tape. So if you have to move it, it gives you wiggle room. So there you go. Just put that on there. And there's an easel card. Now I like to go back and fold it the other way just to make it sure you got it stuck down. There's your easel card. Very, very simple. Very simple. So it's so easy. And it'll look like that in the back. And you can do the same thing. Easel cards are very easy. You can do the same thing with any die and turn it into an easel card. Okay, so then all we have to do now is go for the layering bits. Excuse me. So on the front cover, I want my reddish looking piece here, and then on the inside I want that. So you'll notice, because the flowers are directional and I knew which way I was going to do this, you want to make sure you cut it that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue around the edge. And this art glitter glue is fabulous. It's a little expensive for glue, but it does work nicely. So you can just go through, put the little glue on here. I need to get some glossy accents. So yeah. Now if you had a Xyron or something like that, you could do this to get, you know, do that one type of adhesive. But I don't really like to do it on these big pieces because you would waste a bunch of it. It'd be easy on the little scallops, but you'd waste a lot of it. But then again, I guess that's what it's for. It's all personal preference. Alrighty then. So use your glue of choice. Put that on, do some little dabbing. Alright, there we go. Then all I'm going to do is just put that flat again and line that up. And the good thing about wet glue is it always gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So there we go. Just turn it over and rub it down. Okay, so then there's my front piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in the center. And I'm going to use a little bit of tape and then glue for the rest. I like that they leave you enough on the edge to put glue. Because some die cuts you don't have enough room. And it's like, ah. Then you really would want that edge to edge of adhesive. But like I said, to each his or her own. So then you're just going to inset that. And if you wanted to, you could just keep going down with the layers and layers and layers and do like a pyramage. Okay, so we've got that part. Look at that, isn't that so springy? So then you want to come in and do the inside. Okay, so for this one, all I want to do is put this layer here. And get it going. So like I said, this one is not a difficult one. It's just kind of weird because it doesn't really look the way you would typically think an easel card would look. It's similar to the Anna Griffin style, but it's not like the ones you do on your own if you already know how to. So definitely, if you like this video, subscribe, press like, share. In the comments, you can leave tutorial requests. So I'm just going to go ahead now and put this down like I did before. Line it up. And I find it easier to do one piece and then kind of move it around. So there. Inside piece, and then just smush it, smush it, smush it, smush it, smush it down. That way you're sure it's stuck. Okay, and then so there's your basic body piece. All right. Okay, now you need a stopper because it won't stay up by itself. So that's why I have these three pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer these up. And then take the third piece. And if you wanted to, you could just leave this and put your sentiment there. But I just kind of want to bring in that front cover design underneath. So we have that. Now you also need to lift it up so that it will actually stop the card. So I'm just going to take some 3D foam tape, and I got this from the Dollar Tree, and it's not in the craft section. This one is actually in where they do like car stuff and home stuff, like the fix it area or something. I don't know what section they call it, but that's where it was. And when I go in there, because I couldn't find it, everybody was talking about, look what I got at the Dollar Tree. And I could not find it at my Dollar Tree. And then once I did, I was like, yes, let's wipe them out. Just take all of their phone tape. Okay, so then take the backings off of that. That's the annoying part about phone tape, is putting all the backing on. Then you can decide how far back you want your piece. So if you only wanted it to go there, you would put this, well, obviously you want to make sure it's stuck inside, but you know, you could have one that's a low, you could have one that was really high back here. I'm going to go for one that's relatively in the middle. So I'm going to put my piece here, try to get it centered. And you could write a message here. So if you wanted to, you could put a white piece there. So you could write the message. You could write your message here. So you could put a piece there if you wanted to. So forth. Now, there you have your easel card. Now, in the die set, they have this flower, so you could build a flower and create that. They have the Happy Mother's Day, so you could use that and layer it up to create your stopper. You could actually use this as your stopper if you cut it and then layered it up. You could put that in there. So there's all kinds of things that you could use as a stopper. You could use a flower, a button, whatever that is, you know, that you like, that works with your piece. So there's the base. And then, of course, you could decorate it and put whatever sentiments you wanted on it. All right, I hope this was helpful and it will get you to use your dies. If you have this die, I hope it helped you to figure out how to use it. And have a good day.